educational technology is great because when I was doing my classes and stuff like that, these programs weren't available at the time. So I think that some of the guys really need to take advantage of this, especially with how things are working with technology and this generation. There are a lot of positive things going on in the institution, uh, and education is one of them.
My name is Winnie Testimonials. I'm the director of the Bureau of Corrections right here in the Virgin Islands. The most important thing about my role as a director here is to ensure that every incarcerated individual that is entrusted in our care is treated with dignity and respect. We teach them, give them the skills that they need, and help them to be a better individual so that when they leave our system, they're better off than when they came in. I don't believe in warehousing individuals. So therefore, since being here for the past 7 years, we have now an academy, Transforming Lives Academy. Individuals have earned their GED. They have also earned their diploma. And then we've also had some individuals that have earned degrees through the University of the Virgin Islands. So definitely education is critical to our mission here. Nucleos has been a game changer for us here in the Virgin Islands. They have afforded us the tools, the tablets, to be able to do those things. In this time where corrections were short staff with staffing and everything, that tool, that tablet, and the platform in which they have on the tablet enable us to reach individuals even when we don't have the staff to do so. And that is a critical component in achieving that goal of education. It's not the same old in which they were taught years ago. You know, we have a younger population, 18 to 24. So meeting them where they are to help engage them, I found that was key. And Nucleos were able to help us to achieve that goal. The fact that we're able to now give you a tablet to do the work. I don't have to worry about an educator sitting there because, again, we're short staffed, right? No one is coming into corrections like how they used to when I started in corrections in the late 80s. So being able to give someone a tablet and they're able to do their work, even when lockdown is called, right? They're still able to do what needs to get done so they could help move them along their journey, plus help us educate them is a game changer. Definitely. It has definitely helped us and it has been a great help. So to Nucleos, Vantage, and everyone, we say thank you.
When I first came on board, the recidivism rate was about 35%. And our recent recidivism rate, after doing our studies, it has dropped to 11%. We base that a lot on the fact that we've changed the way we deliver our education and vocational programs. Because once the individual becomes interested in taking classes and courses, they continue to take more. We've seen situations where that because of the access and the delivery of the educational programs, we've had individuals that they just can't get enough of it. I have one gentleman that has been on the system, and he's like earned 90 certificates because he wanted to learn more and more, and he liked the fact that he can do it on his own time in the privacy of his housing unit, and that he has access to case managers that can help him figure out any problems that he has. And so I believe that the fact that there's that attention and that they can relate to the technology, they're really getting into it and they're taking it. It's like getting a good author for a book and you enjoy the writing, or watching a series of shows that you enjoy and you just can't get enough. I guess the term they use today is binge watch. Now, one of the things that happened with the educational program here is that, using that same analogy, people were binge studying. They were taking programs and, wanting more because they found it was something that was interested in. With traditional learning, you can't get that because you're stuck to the subject that the instructor is providing, not the subject that you wanted, but the subject that was being provided by the instructor. Here in this environment, you can choose the subject that you want. You can choose what you are, that you care about and want to learn about. And so with that now, you're able to do the stuff, get the information, and they were just the inmates were just soaking it up like a sponge. And so because of their interest and because of them accomplishing these goals, they're able to get back into the community and not return, therefore lowering our recidivism rate.
I made the recommendation to definitely go with Nucleos over other vendors because of the robust capabilities that the system provided, as well as the attentive customer service and promises that were made and kept by the team. We really have never had a problem, have never been let down by the team or by the platform. Any challenges we've had have been immediately addressed. Sometimes that can be a little rare in this industry, and Nucleos has just been a dedicated, true partner in all senses of the word.